Look at page 27, where there are some things that tourists might do before or during a trip to another country. First, talk to each other about how important it is for tourists to do these things before or during a trip to another country. Then decide which of these things is the most important for tourists to do.
Well, I think that the most important thing that a tourist should do before visiting another country, I think it should be to learn another language. Well, the language is spoken there because you can communicate if, like, for example, you go to Japan and you can only speak Spanish, no one will ever understand you because, well, they don't understand Spanish. So I think you should learn a little bit of the language and maybe carry a dictionary or something.
Well, yes, I also think that that's the most important thing to do when you're gonna travel to another country, to know the basics of the language of that country in order to be able to communicate with the people. But I also think that it is important to make like a plan and investigate which are the important places and which places you want to visit. I think that it is also really important to do a research about that so that your visit won't be waste and you can do all the things you wanted.
Well, yes, you should know like the landmarks of the place because well, it's like history of the country and stuff, and that's mainly the reason why you're visiting. So I don't see a point of not going to famous places or historical, I don't know, centers maybe. And well, yeah, that's maybe part of the plan. But I think there should be another activities, like for example, things that you could do with another people, maybe people you met there, or people on your side of the group, or well, maybe I don't know, people you meet.
Well, I think that it is not very important to, well, it will be good to meet people of the country you're visiting and to keep contact with those people because it will that means that you know more people. If you're going to return to that country, you maybe have someone to stay with. But in the case that you don't know anyone, I think that it won't be really a problem, and you can enjoy your um, your visit anyway.
Well, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem, but it's better if you know someone. Like, you know, you can go to a landmark with someone who can show you the place or something. Like, for example, you met a guy who was born there and now thing, well, some things that you shouldn't get in the tour. Maybe he could explain it in the instead of going to the tour and stuff like that. But well, it wouldn't affect a lot in the trip. You would still enjoy it.
Well, about all this, I think that the most important points we talked about was the learning the basic of the language of that country in order to communicate with the people, and also to know what you're gonna do, to have like a plan or something like that. And I also think that yeah, it would be good to know someone in case of, I don't know, needing a favor or to ask for advices.
Well, I agree with you in to learn the language spoken in the country and to well have the plan, but maybe that part would be to see the landmarks. I think because that's the point of the trip, maybe to get to know the other country and people there. So I think those three are the most important points about traveling to another country.
Yes, I also think.